Do you tell yourself you aren't practicing your English because you don't live in an English-speaking country? If you said yes, you may well believe that is a fair and good reason. But is it really? Or is it maybe more of an excuse? What's the difference between a reason and an excuse, you may ask? Well, a reason explains something, it's a simple fact. An excuse, however, pushes the blame away and avoids personal responsibility. For instance, two students are both late for class. John is late because the bus he was on got a flat tire. John has a reason to be late. The problem was completely out of his control. But Mark is late because he stayed up too late watching a movie last night. He is late because he avoided going to bed on time. His lateness is an excuse. He could have done something about it. Many times it is possible to find a way around a challenge. And today we're going to tackle some of the most common excuses for not improving your English. So, what do you say? Are you ready to join us and crush those excuses? More often than not, when there is some kind of a challenge, there are also solutions. So, let's get started. Excuse number 1, I don't have anyone to practice with. You have no friends you can speak English with? Not a problem. One great idea is to join online language exchange groups. Apps like Tandem and HelloTalk offer free options for chatting with other people all over the world. And you'll be pleased to know that they've got tons of good reviews. On these apps, you can practice English while they practice your language. Another great option is Speaky, also free and popular for voice and text chats. Create your own conversation club. Get a group of friends together from some of these sites and pick a time each week to practice. Start with something easy. Choose a topic in advance, like, what did you do last weekend? What's your favorite food? Or where would you most like to travel? Give each person 2 minutes to talk, then ask follow-up questions. Keep it casual but structured. You can be in charge of the timing, or you can take turns. Your English-speaking buddies are out there waiting for you, and it doesn't matter if they're in another country. Plus, starting your own conversation club makes you the leader of the group. Who's the boss now? Excuse number 2. I don't know what to talk about. Don't worry, even native speakers sometimes go blank. We've all been there. Use conversation prompts. Websites like conversationstartersworld.com or eslconversationquestions.com give you loads of daily prompts. Try these. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Or, what's the best gift you've ever received? You'll always have something interesting to talk about. Learners' tip sharing time. Ask your friends what they do when they run out of ideas. Maybe they'll have clever tricks to keep conversations flowing. Talk to yourself in English. If talking to yourself sounds awkward, grab your phone, pop in some earbuds, and pretend you're on a call. Describe your day, what you're cooking, or even comment on the weather. People will just think you're chatting with a friend. Or at home, just talk to yourself about what you're doing. I'm making a cup of coffee right now, and I'm really looking forward to it. Or, where did I put my keys? I know I had them last night. Excuse number 3. There's no English around me. Think your town's an English desert? Let's make it an oasis. Never give up. There's always a way, and here are a couple ways to try. Immerse yourself in English digitally. Switch your phone's language settings to English. Follow English-speaking YouTubers like Rachel's English, or BBC Learning English or Our channel. and turn your everyday digital life into an English lesson. There are podcasts and YouTube channels for every subject you can think of these days, so choose whatever topic interests you and practice your listening. This is a fun one. Label objects around your house. Grab some post-it notes and label everyday items like window, bed, mirror, and so on. You'll be surrounded by English right there at home. Say the words out loud to improve your pronunciation. Excuse number 4. I don't have time. Busy, busy, busy. We are all busy nowadays, but we all have the same number of hours in the day to play with. And what if I told you that you have more time than you think? Would you be excited to at least try some ideas, like doing short bursts of English practice? Listen to English podcasts like The English We Speak while you're getting ready in the morning or making a meal. Watch a 5-minute video on YouTube during your lunch break. Listen to a few minutes of an audiobook while you're getting dressed for the day, or do a mini lesson on Duolingo while waiting in line. Science actually shows that frequent short bursts of learning can be even more effective than long study sessions. Just a couple more examples of short bursts are reading an English article during your coffee break, or playing an English learning game while commuting. If you're not driving, of course. Sure, you're busy, but English practice can easily fit into those little gaps throughout your day. Just like squeezing toothpaste out of the tube just a little at a time. Excuse number 5, I'm afraid of making mistakes. Uh-oh, the perfection monster strikes again. Time to show him who's boss. Mistakes are inevitable and everyone makes them. It's part of the learning process, and it's just silly to expect yourself to improve without practicing. Focus on fluency, not perfection. Instead of worrying about getting everything right, challenge yourself to speak as much as possible for 1 minute without stopping. The goal here is to keep talking, even if you use the wrong words or grammar. For example, if you don't know the word for kitchen, just say, the place where you cook, and keep going. You'll improve your confidence and fluency over time. Use fillers and neutral phrases. Native speakers use them all the time. Phrases like, you know, I mean, or let me think, can give you time to gather your thoughts without stopping. Try, I'm not sure, but I think it's, or what's the word for, to keep the conversation going smoothly. We promise you, native speakers also make mistakes, and for lots of reasons. Just remember, it's all about staying in the flow. Even native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time. They just know how to keep the conversation moving. And that word, the flow, is really what fluency is. The ability to just keep moving. Like a river. So, no more excuses. You can do this. Whether you're chatting with your mirror, labeling your fridge, or squeezing in 5 minutes of practice on the bus, you can improve your English from anywhere in the world. Where will you start then, English keeners? Let us know by dropping a comment below, and together we can crush those excuses.